Hey there, quick pause before we dive into today's episode. If you've been feeling behind in your business, if you're working hard but you're still questioning why it feels heavier than it should, and if you're trying to grow without burning out, then I created something for you. It's called the Sustainable Success Reset. This is a private podcast series designed specifically for mom entrepreneurs who are done white knuckling their way through growth. Inside this short audio series, we're going to be unpacking why burnout doesn't mean you're behind, why your season of life is actually the strategy, and what sustainable success really looks like when you build around your real capacity, not hustle culture. This series is designed to help you feel clarity instead of chaos. You can sign up for free by going to momsmakemoneycollective.com/reset. Once again, momsmakemoneycollective.com/reset. The link is also available in the show notes for you. All right, let's get into this episode. Just like nature, your business has seasons, and so does motherhood. The problem is, we keep trying to bloom in seasons that are meant for rest. So if you're wondering how to navigate these seasons of motherhood and business, let's jump in. Welcome to the Moms Make Money podcast. I'm your host, Jenny. I'm the owner of Moms Make Money Collective, a podcast and visibility strategist and mom of two. Many moms feel like we need to sacrifice our careers for our children, but I wholeheartedly believe that we can have a thriving business and family at the same time. In this podcast, we're going to be diving into the ins and outs of running a business as a mom and getting real and raw about all things parenting. So buckle up because we're about to go all in. Hey, and welcome to Moms Make Money, the podcast for mom entrepreneurs wanting to create sustainable businesses in part-time hours. I'm your host, Jenny, and I'm so excited that you're here. So if you've ever lived somewhere with real seasons, then you know what winter feels like. The air shifts, the trees lose their leaves, and everything just looks bare. But what we forget is winter isn't dead, it's dormant. So underneath the frozen ground, the roots are strengthening, energy is being stored, and systems are recalibrating for spring. Motherhood and business work the exact same way, but we don't treat them that way. We expect ourselves to be in full bloom all the time, when that's just not the case. So let's break down the season. So first we have spring, and spring is the planting season. This is where you're experimenting, launching something new, testing offers. You feel hopeful, energized, and curious. Then we have summer, which is visibility season. This is where you're promoting, serving clients, showing up consistently. Things are moving fast, and you're in execution mode. Then fall. Fall is harvest and refinement. So this is where you're seeing results from work you planted months ago. You're evaluating what worked and what didn't. You're tightening up your systems, and you're preparing for what's next. Then we have winter. Winter's restoration. Maybe your capacity is lower. Maybe your kids need you more. Maybe your energy isn't there for big launches. It feels quieter, slower, and sometimes uncertain. But winter's not failure, it's recalibration. The problem is we live in a culture that glorifies summer all year long. Always launching, always scaling, always optimizing, always 10 timesing. And as moms, that's just not sustainable. Your life has natural capacity shifts. Sick kids, school breaks, new babies, growth spurts, emotional seasons. So trying to force summer productivity during a winter capacity season is how burnout happens. And not just business burnout, nervous system burnout. So after my second baby, I tried to power through like it was still summer in my business. I said yes to launches, yes to events, yes to new clients, yes to all the collaborations, all while barely sleeping. And I remember feeling really frustrated that things weren't growing at the same speed that they used to. I thought I'd lost my edge, but looking back, that time wasn't summer, it was winter. During this time, my capacity had changed, my energy had changed, and my priorities had shifted. At that time, my business didn't need more hustle, it needed alignment. So when I stopped fighting the season that I was in and started asking, what would winter business look like? Then everything shifted. For me, winter business looked like maintaining instead of expanding, nurturing existing clients instead of chasing new ones, automating instead of creating more, and resting strategically instead of pushing constantly. And ironically, that winter made my next spring season stronger. So here's the truth most people won't tell you. Growth isn't linear, it's cyclical. And the moms who build sustainable, profitable businesses aren't the ones who stay in summer forever. They're the ones who know how to plant intentionally, execute fully, harvest wisely, and rest unapologetically. So I want you to ask yourself, what season am I in right now? Not what season do I wish I was in, not what season Instagram tells me I should be in, but honestly, what season am I actually in at this point in time? And what does that season require from me? Does it require more visibility, more simplification, more structure, more support, more rest? Take a second and just think about that. And then maybe the hardest question of all, what am I forcing right now that doesn't currently fit in this season? Maybe you're in a planting season, you're trying new visibility strategies and refining your offer. Or maybe you're in a harvest season, your referrals are strong, sales are feeling easier. Or maybe you're in winter, and instead of launching something new, you need to streamline what already exists. Every season has value. Even when growth isn't visible, roots are still forming. Even when your revenue plateaus, foundations are still strengthening. And even when you feel behind, you might actually be in preparation. So, what season are you in right now in motherhood and business? Are they the same season, or is motherhood in winter while business is in summer? And what permission do you need to give yourself to fully be in the seasons that you're actually living? Because fighting the season will always exhaust you, but aligning with it, that is where sustainable momentum comes in. So if you're ready to build a business that works for your real life seasons, not against them, then come join me inside the Sustainable Success Accelerator. Inside, we do not chase constant summer. We build businesses that can sustain through winter seasons, expand in spring, execute in summer, and harvest in fall. Because your life will change, your capacity will shift, your kids will grow, and your business should be built to flex with you, not demand that you stay in full bloom all year long. All right, that's it for this episode. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'd love it if you would head on over to our free Facebook group called Moms Make Money Collective to connect with us further. If you're more of an Instagram fan, make sure you're following us on Instagram at Moms Make Money Collective. If you're loving the show, make sure to leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcast. Your feedback means the absolute world to us. We'll see you in the next episode.